Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol NVCN. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame that does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price and then makes mapping outward levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I don't mean to state the obvious, but I will anyways. Pretty crazy movement today, but in all actuality, good old-fashioned gap and trap, pump and dump, whatever you want to call this. Now, I'm not saying pump and dump towards the company. I don't know anything about the company. I'm just saying that based strictly on how the price acted today. And from a price action perspective, I'm not quite sure how else you would describe it, but the interesting dynamic about these sorts of setups, and this will mean a little bit more to those who have traded for a while, but if you have seen these types where it is basically a pump and dump, it can produce some pretty interesting bounces. Now, of course, there's no such thing as a guarantee in the market, but there's some interesting dynamics here that going forward, it's worth at least probably keep an eye on. And the first dynamic is that the price is essentially right back to this previous breakout point, right around 52, 53 cents. That was basically the top portion of his previous channel when it was kind of just stuck between, below here. And a foundational rule in charting states when levels of resistance are broken and closes above, you want to see them act as support. And so far, so good. This level here is actually acting as support. Again, does that mean that it's a guaranteed to, bounce back up to 80 cents? I'm not saying that, but it's at least logical, especially when you factor in that the price is not only down around this area, but now all of a sudden you got what we would call a hammer candle that's formed. So a hammer candle at this support, not a guarantee, but it would not be shocking to see some sort of, bounce to the upside. So in the event there is a bounce, let's talk about a couple areas of resistance. Initially, level to keep an eye on is going to be right there at the 57 cent mark. If 57 can be broken, the next key level is going to be right up there at right around 62 cents. So 57 and then 62, the next couple areas of resistance, if there is any sort of bounce to the upside. On the flip side, though, if the price just continues on down and breaks below the green line and separates, at that point, from a very literal perspective, you'd have the price right back inside of this range that it just broke out of. So that would definitely be the nail in the coffin in terms of this being a full-blown pump and dump. But right now, we'll see, Friday's going to be interesting. We'll see if the bulls can get some sort of upwards movement or not. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.